Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden inside the world's most famous ancient monument? In 1993, a German engineer named Rudolf Gantenbrink decided to find out. He was exploring the Great Pyramid of Giza, focusing on something that had puzzled researchers for decades. Deep inside the Queen's chamber, there are these narrow, square shafts. Unlike the famous shafts in the King's chamber, these don't open to the outside. They just seem to end abruptly, making their purpose a total mystery. To see where one of these shafts went, Gantenbrink built a small robot with a camera and a light, just small enough to squeeze into the 8-inch wide passage. As the robot moved forward, it reached what everyone thought was a dead end. But it wasn't. The passage kept going, sloping up at a steep angle into a part of the pyramid no one had ever seen before. The robot traveled about 90 yards through this hidden tunnel until it ran into something incredible. A small limestone door, complete with 2 copper handles. This was a bombshell discovery. Metal had never been found anywhere else inside the Great Pyramid, which we're told is made entirely of stone. This door was clearly put there on purpose, okay? You could even see a small gap around its edges, hinting that there was something on the other side. So, was this door added later, or was it part of the original construction, meant to seal something away forever? Gantenbrink was desperate for answers. He asked Egyptian authorities for permission to keep investigating, but that permission never came. His research was shut down, and he and his team were banned from the site. The door has remained sealed ever since, and the mystery has only gotten deeper. To really get why this is such a big deal, let's look at the official story of the Great Pyramid. Mainstream Egyptology tells us it was built around 4,500 years ago as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu. The whole project supposedly took about 20 years. Originally, it was covered in polished white limestone with a capstone at the very top. Over the centuries, earthquakes and people taking the stones for other buildings stripped most of that outer layer away. The main evidence for it being a tomb is a big stone box or sarcophagus in the king's chamber. But here's the thing, no mummy has ever been found in the Great Pyramid. In fact, no mummies have ever been found inside any of the major Egyptian pyramids. And there's more. There are no hieroglyphs carved into the walls anywhere inside. The only markings linked to Khufu are some red painted scrawls found in hidden chambers above the main rooms. These aren't the detailed carvings you see in other Egyptian temples. They look more like graffiti. Their meaning and when they were painted are still debated, so they're hardly conclusive proof of anything. Now, let's talk about the sheer scale of this thing. The Great Pyramid is made of about 2.3 million stone blocks. Many of these weigh several tons, and some of the giant granite stones inside weigh up to 80 tons. That's like the weight of a modern locomotive. Some of these blocks were cut from local quarries, but others were brought from hundreds of miles away. This presents a huge problem for the conventional story. Even with today's technology, moving and lifting stones that heavy is a massive challenge. The idea that ancient builders cut these massive blocks with simple copper tools and moved them with wooden rollers and ropes just doesn't seem to add up, especially when you look at the precision. The joints between many of the stones are so perfect, you can even slide a razor blade between them. There's no mortar holding them together. Pyramid stability comes entirely from how perfectly the stones were cut and placed. Modern experiments trying to replicate this work with ancient tools have shown just how slow and inefficient those methods are. The timeline makes it even more baffling. To finish the pyramid in 20 years, workers would have had to place hundreds of massive stones every single day without a break. Compared to other huge construction projects throughout history, that pace is almost unbelievable. But it's not just the construction that's mysterious, it's the design itself. In the 1940s, a fascinating detail was discovered. The Great Pyramid isn't a perfect four-sided pyramid. During the equinoxes, under just the right lighting, you can see that each face is slightly indented, creating an 8-sided shape. This effect is so subtle that it's only visible from the air. This wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate and incredibly precise design choice. And speaking of precision, the pyramid is aligned to true north with mind-boggling accuracy. Its orientation is more precise than many modern buildings designed with advanced GPS and laser instruments. This level of precision suggests they had a deep understanding of astronomy and measurement. Then there's the math. The pyramid's dimensions contain ratios that correspond to well-known mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio. Its proportions seem to be a deliberate and sophisticated code, not just random choices. Its location on the globe is also strange. The pyramid is situated at a point that is incredibly significant in relation to the Earth's landmass, and its dimensions appear to reflect measurements of the planet itself, almost as if it were a scale model of the Earth. Astronomy offers even more clues. The layout of the 3 pyramids on the Giza Plateau perfectly mirrors the alignment of the 3 stars in Orion's belt. Certain shafts inside the pyramid also seem to point directly at specific stars as they would have appeared in the sky thousands of years ago. We see similar astronomical alignments at pyramid sites all over the world, which suggests there might have been a shared global knowledge system tied to the stars. So all of this leads to one giant question. If the Great Pyramid wasn't just a tomb, what was it? Some researchers believe its unique shape and materials might have allowed it to interact with natural energy from the Earth, perhaps acting as some kind of power plant. Others see it as a timeless monument designed to preserve knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and the Earth itself for future civilizations. A message in a bottle on a planetary scale. What's become clear is that the simple explanation just doesn't fit the facts. That sealed door deep inside a hidden shaft, the complete lack of inscriptions, the impossible construction precision, and the complex design all point to a story far grander than the one we've been told, until we are allowed to explore further and confront these questions head on. The Great Pyramid of Giza will remain what it has always been, one of the greatest and most profound mysteries in all of human history. Thanks for watching. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's greatest enigmas. See you next time.